Oh man. Okay, this is where it gets crazy. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Wait till you see what I have in the bucket here. Holy moly. Hey bug farmers, welcome to Bug Farmer Beekeeping, where we dive into the world of apiculture, beekeeping, and bees every week. This is the place to share laughs, explore bees, and learn together, all without taking ourselves too seriously. To join our buzzing community, it's easy and it's free. Just hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, and let's cultivate beekeeping knowledge and fun together. Now, let's get into the bees. Hi, and welcome back to the channel today. Well, today we have a lot of work to do, and it's a hot, humid, sticky one. It is 66 degrees outside, 99% humidity, and it's only 8 o'clock. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. We're going to the farmyard today and the Honey Creek bee yard. The Honey Creek bee yard, we're going to take this hive to replace the Italian hive that was a dead out. And we are also going to replace the laying worker colony with a brand new heavy nuke. I've got 3 nukes here that I've pulled out of the backyard. And let me tell you, these girls are packed. And then we've got a few supers just in case we need them, some bricks, a truck full of stuff. My truck is such a mess on the inside. I really need to clean it out. But anyways, there you go. There you have it. Let's get to the Honey Creek yard first, drop off these bees, and then we'll zip over to the farm and try to repatriate the queenless hives and or drop some more supers on the hives over there. All right, we made it to the Honey Creek yard. And again, the goal is to populate the Italian hive up front. Now, it's not Italian bees, but it's got an Italian flag on it. We've got to populate this hive right here. So I've actually got a full double-decker hive that's going to go right there. And then this is the hive where we did the newspaper combine, and we took the actual brood box from that hive right there. This had laying workers in it. We're going to take that box back, install a nuke, and move it back over to its area there. So that's the plan. Other than that, this yard looks like it's doing okay. I'm very, very pleased with the way that it looks. I've already got girls flying out of their hives. They're already foraging. They're on their landing boards. They're doing their thing. It looks like all the hives have some activity on the front of them. We will just pop in really quick just to take a look inside of each one of them before we leave today to make sure that everything's okay. But I think everything's okay. So let's get up here to the truck, grab our hive, and get it installed because we still have to go over to the farm and do some work over there. A little interesting aside, I stopped by Tractor Supply because everything was soaking wet and bought some compressed pine straw. I think it's 2.5 cubic feet. 2.3 cubic feet of compressed pine straw. So I'm going to keep this inside the cab of the truck there. I will always have dry smoker fuel, and I don't have to go reaching through the woods and picking out sticks and pine cones. It's already been done for me. So if you have a Tractor Supply around you, I highly recommend giving that a shot. All right, so the first thing I have to do, I guess the hive that I really want to get out first is this one right here, because they've actually got a very small air hole in the bottom, and that's it. So let's make sure that they can actually get air. Let me get my smoker lit, and then we'll get started. It's actually going to be a transfer from this hive into that one. There we go. All right, let's get some pine straw here. Love it. Love it. Look at this. Supposedly nice and dry, so they say. We're gonna find out. That's what Tractor Supply told me. And it is, look at that. Compressed and cleaned pine straw. Beautiful. So let's get this lit and get these girls moved really quick. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, pine straw, do your thing. Do your thing, chicken wing. Oh, look at that. We look like a choo-choo train now. Holy moly. Love it. And now let's carry these girls over to their area. This is the heavy box. All right, ladies, here we go. Here we go. I'll set you free shortly. Okay, I can still hear them in here. Holy moly. Let's set these girls on top of the American hive here. Holy moly. That's heavy. All right. Okay. That should be good enough until I get them moved over. Holy moly. Oh, they're already coming out. They're already coming out. All right, that's okay. New home, ladies, new home. Let's move that. We're going to take all of these frames out. Every last one of them. Now let me go get my smoker. All right, so I guess the first thing I want to do is remove the ratchet straps. I need to open this bottom up. They're squeezing out of right there. All right, let's take off the ratchet straps. There we go. There we go. Now, let's give them some smoke. Just to let them know that something's about to happen. Let's make sure that this is cleaned out. Don't want those in there. All right, ladies. First thing we're going to do is move the top box intact. So let's set this right here. And let's move the top box. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, I see you. All right, air. First time you've had air in a while. Let's get you moved over into this hive. Let's set you down over here. Oh goodness, this is a heavy box. All right, ladies. Here we go, new home for you. And let me tell you, I only have 9 frames in here and they've drawn a lot of wonky comb over here. I've not checked in on this hive since I set it up. Apparently, I was a frame short when I set it up, but they're doing their thing. All right. And there's our queen. Do I have my marking stuff? I don't have my marking stuff, but our queen is right there. First frame, we know that she is in the box. Excellent. Now, what we're going to do is give them an extra frame. From the previous hive, right there. All right, now let's send her in there with some of her sisters. Hello. Hello. Here you go. Okay, that is full of milk brood. And a little bit of honey on that side. Okay, where's our queen? I don't want to give her the old squash-a-roni here. Okay, there we go. Let's get that one right up tight against there. Perfect. Now it's just move. Holy moly, this is a nice frame of brood right here. So this queen is doing a good job. We will give her that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. These girls have been living on top of my tool chest. This was a swarm that I caught. And they've been living on top of the tool chest in the home yard for about maybe a month, 3 weeks, a month. Beautiful. Look at that. Mother girl's hatching there. Outstanding. Let's get that scad comb off of there. All right. There you go. I actually went to the farm and spent the entire day over there last week. Didn't film it, but I was there. Here comes the property owner. And one more. Now this is the janky one. This is the one that's drawn out really fat. Okay. Oh, not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I mean, it's definitely drawn out fat. Let's actually take this out. Put this one in. We may actually have to run it with 9. I don't know that I'm going to be able to squeeze another frame in there. We'll try it. We will try it. Okay, there you go. Perfect. All right, so we know we have our queen in here. A few bees here. Few bees here, and a hive beetle. We have one. Let's give it the old squasharoo. There we go. There we go. Now let's just move their super right up top. There we go. They already had a queen excluder on there. Fantastic. And let's make sure that everything is right with the world. Beautiful. They're storing honey and drawing comb on these 3 frames. I'm going to give them a boost, and I'm going to give them a few fully drawn frames here, so that they can bring in more goods. This is a strong hive. We want to keep it that way. Well, you know what? Well, they're drawing all this comb out. We're going to go ahead and leave them to their own devices here. We might get a box of honey from these girls this year. Oh, goodness. All right, the Italian hive lives. Fantastic. Okay, so the question is, did this newspaper combine take? And did they even break through the paper? We're going to find out. Hello, ladies. Here it comes. Here it comes. Okay, we have bees up top and a lot of honey, that's a good sign. But we are going to have to look for a queen in this one, because I did have this one marked queenless. So we have no queen excluder. It looks like I can see frames, so the paper has been chewed through. Let's take a quick look for a queen in the upper box before we move the upper box. Hello, bees. Hello. Man, I love this dry pine straw situation. I don't know why I haven't thought of that before. Just purchase a bag of it. It's not expensive. It's like $16, I think, at Tractor Supply. Cannot beat it. I mean, true, I have it for free in the yard, but in the yard it's wet, generally has sticks and pine cones and bugs and ants and all the things that aren't any fun having to do with pine straw. So there we go. All right, so what do we have here? Do we have a queen in here? Have to make sure that we do not. There are no eggs. Of course, this was a laying worker hive. That's why we combined it. Oh, there are eggs on this frame. I'm not seeing a queen. Okay. We're going to look at these really quick just to make sure that we don't have a queen. I mean, those eggs may have been from the laying worker. They may have just abandoned them, although this has eggs in it. This has got eggs in every available little cell right here in this corner. Okay, well maybe we have a queen in this hive and the other side has eggs in it. That's all good. I can get behind it as long as I find a queen in this box. If I find a queen in here, I'm happy. Queen equals good. Good things. But all of this is going to go over to the new hive. Let's move this box. We're going to move it right back here. And I do have a few bees in there. Let's move these frames down here and shake these bees out. There we go. All right, that hive goes there. This newspaper can come out now. And if I have a queen, fantastic. If I don't, well, then we'll just put another nuke in here. I have one. I'm here, it's here, we're all here. We can nuke it up if we have to. And that way, if there is a laying worker, I've got a nuke that is much stronger than this hive as it sits. That does definitely have a queen, which means that those bees will defend the queen of the nuke that I put in here. So let's have a look, see if we see any more bees. This is just all jankified. Look at that, that's the worst. Just the worst. Now who's even to tell if I have a queen on here or not? Because the comb is so janky. Well, only one way to know is that's to get rid of the comb. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I have a queen in this box for sure. I have a ton of worker brood downstairs. Let's go have a look. Okay, so this hive is queen right. That is good. I mean, it's jankified, but it's there. Look at that. Now, I don't see the queen, but we know that we have a queen in this box. If we didn't, we wouldn't have all of that worker brood on both sides here. Okay. Geese. Geese are my nemesis. I'm not a fan of the geese. The geese are always in my backyard tearing stuff up, eating my grass. Okay, so now that we know that this janky hive with this janky comb, it is jankified, but I do see eggs. I do see eggs in here. I don't know where the queen is. But I'm telling you, we have one. I can tell with my one good eye. So these girls are about to have a population explosion here. They are about to, oh, that just looks like crap. There's our queen, right there. She's right down on the bottom. There she is. She's looking for a place to lay. But these girls really need to get going on the comb building. We will give them all of this janky stuff. The jankaroni. I would give them a super, but I just don't think they're going to need it this year. This hive is, we've got about a month and a half left in the flow, and I don't know that they're going to bring in enough to fill a super because they just don't have the population yet. But the good news is this hive is queen right. Should have painted her. Should have painted that one too, but you know, what are you going to do? Maybe next time. All right, there we go. Excellent. We are queen right. Fantastic. Now for some reason I don't have a queen excluder on this hive, and maybe it's because there's no queen in here. But I do see activity on the front. Let's dive in and see what we can see. Okay, we have bees. Hello. And I have this set up as a honey super, but again, it's also set up so that if a queen needs someplace to lay, she can traverse the frames and come up here because I did leave some drawn comb in here. Let's have a look, see if we see any eggs. in any of this drawn comb. That will tell me whether or not we have a queen. That is all honey. They're storing honey on both sides. Don't see a queen. We only have one more that we could possibly have eggs on. And it's this one. Okay, no eggs. So there is no queen upstairs. Let's put this this super back together. We may give these girls a nuke. They might get nukified. They might get nuked. I remember there used to be a video game back in the DOS video game era, which I was proudly a part of. I loved it. Doom and all that other fun stuff. I think it was called Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem. Now, I don't know if any of you other people out there are gamers or, I've never been a console gamer, right? I was never a fan of the console, the Xbox, the PlayStation. I was always I like to do it with the keyboard. But I was a huge fan of DOS games. Rise of the Triad, that was always a fun one. Doom, I played a little bit of Doom, not a whole lot. I wasn't a Doom guy. I was more of a Rise of the Triad. What else did we have there? There was one called Descent, where you were, and that was a fantastic. I think that game was ahead of its time. It would probably still hold up today. You were a spaceship flying through caves, collecting orbs and shooting enemies. And the playability of that game was fantastic. It's called Descent, and it was great. Okay, let's look down on the next box and see if we can find a queen. Come on, we need a queen. Need a queen. Show me your queen, ladies, or show me a big frame of brood. I'll be happy with that. Let's give them a little bit of smoke there. There we go. There we go. And that is nothing. The big zilch. I have a feeling that these are just all going to be packed with honey and no brood. And see, that's what I'm finding here. I don't see a queen. I don't see any brood, any eggs. It's just what have they got balled right there? They've got something in a ball right there. Let's make sure it's not a queen. No. So there's no laying going on right there. All right. These girls may get a nuke, but this hive is awfully calm for being queenless, and it's awfully quiet as well. But there's no evidence of a queen. I don't see any eggs, any milk brood, anything, but a lot of bee bread and honey. Maybe they've got a queen who is just walking around and she's not properly mated. Okay, well, still have a few frames. Maybe we'll find some brood yet. I mean, I just want to see a little bit of brood, just proof that there's a queen in here, and then I'll be happy and I'll go away. Oh, and there it is. Oh, but there's also a queen cell, a supersedure right there. And a little supersedure right there. I don't know where this queen is, but she has not made many friends in this box. But that is a nice tight pattern for the most part. It's like, oh, that's a nice pattern on the back. Oh, and is that queen cell? Hold on a second. Houston, we have what looks like a chewed out queen cell. That's probably what's going on here. But then again, it looks like they could be giving it stuff. That's a nice frame of brood. I mean, that's gorgeous. But this queen cell is open on the top. I just don't know whether they're putting stuff in it or whether a queen has actually chewed her way out of there. I can't. Oh no, they're okay. They're filling that with royal jelly. Okay, now let's see if we can find the queen or any more evidence that she is doing a good job. And then if we find her, we find that she's doing a good job, then we will intervene. I still don't see any eggs though. So that's the situation. There are no eggs. And I want to see eggs. No eggs on this side. Okay, you see what I'm dealing with here? those are a couple of beautiful frames, but I don't see a queen and I don't see any eggs. And if that's the case, I'm going to let them do what they're going to do with that queen cell. I'm not going to interrupt the process. Maybe this hive swarmed. I mean, I don't see any bees in the trees. Okay. I don't see any evidence of a queen here. So we have those couple of frames of capped brood and queen cells. And then that's it. Did she die? I don't see a queen. And again, capped brood is nice. That tells me that there was a queen. But see, all that's past tense. I like to know that there is a queen. And you tell if there is a queen if you see eggs. And I have not seen any eggs. And that's all honey. That's all honey. See, they're doing the honey thing here. That's empty. This one here is just being drawn out and it's being filled with honey. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave these girls to their own devices. We're going to let them do what they're going to do with that queen. They are obviously capable of bringing in honey because, I mean, we have a ton of honey in here. If they have a queen that they don't like, or maybe they're getting ready to swarm because they're honey bound. Maybe they quit feeding the queen and she quit laying and she's losing weight so that they can take off. But they have plenty of room to store their honey. So I don't know. I mean, you tell me. I mean, those cells are all empty. I mean, there's room for a queen to lay. Why is she not laying in there? That's all. There's bee bread in there. And then you get to honey. My guess is that we don't have a queen, or they're getting ready to jettison her in favor of their new queen cell. So we're going to let that new queen cell do what it's got to do. I am not going to intervene. I'm not going to put a NUC in here, nor am I going to put any more eggs in here. But what I am going to do is I am going to put a queen excluder on here. They are getting a queen excluder just in case they want to continue to bring honey in and keep it upstairs. There we go. So that hive is queenless. Well, I'm calling it queenless. I didn't see a queen. I don't know if you saw a queen. If you did, leave it in the comments. I did not see a queen in there, nor did I see evidence of a queen. I'm calling this one queenless. Oh, we have one that's a sideways brick, the Russian hive. I still have to look for a queen there. This video may just be this bee yard today, fellas and fellettes, because I've got a lot to do here. I have more to do here than I thought. I thought I was going to come drop off a hive and drop off a NUC and be done. And then I remembered I have all of this other stuff to do here. Do you want to look at the Russian hive first, or do you want to install the NUC? I mean, we can do either. Actually, I have a Russian hive and the hive up on the corner. Both of their bricks are sideways, which means I could not find a queen last time I was in those hives, but they appeared to be queenless, they appeared to be queenless, or they appeared to have a queen, but I couldn't find her. This one here appears to be queenless. So they get the standing brick. You know what? We're going to install this NUC next, and then but before we finish, we'll look at these last two hives. And I think we're going to call it a day on the video, and I'm just going to go over to the farm and install a couple of NUCs, and nothing you haven't seen before, but it'll allow me to get some work done without having to move cameras around. I'm sure you understand. It's a lot of work. It kind of doubles my work to move the cameras around. I mean, look, right now I'm walking over here. I'm pretty much almost out of the camera's range. You can see me a little bit. But in order to do the work here, I've got to move the cameras so that you can see. So you see what I'm saying there? All right, let's move the cameras. right, so the first thing I want to do is put some empty frames in here so that they can continue to grow, but I've got some waxed frames in the truck. I'm not going to use the frames that I've pulled out of these other hives because they weren't waxed. I've got some waxed frames in the truck. Let me grab those, and we're going to have to put 5 of them in here, and then we will move the NUC into this box. All right, here we go. We have 5 heavily waxed frames. I know you probably can't tell, but they are heavily waxed on both sides. So at least that will give these girls a boost. Now, and I have one foundation that I can use elsewhere. Heavily waxed, super heavily waxed, super waxed. Forgot to wear my belt, so my pants are falling down. I don't want to get plumber's butt and have a bee fly down the old crevasse. That would not be good. Crevasse bees are no fun. I think I've had a crevasse bee before in my short beekeeping career. All right, so these girls were mad when I put them in the hive this morning, so they're probably still going to be mad. Let's where can I set this where you can see and I cannot get stung? Nowhere. I can't set it anywhere like that. Okay, so here we go. Okay, they're now officially angry. Let's break the lid open. Oh man, they sealed this lid down tight. Hello, ladies. Hello. Oh, they're not happy already. They're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're tearing up our propolis world here. Oh man, this hive, this NUC was oh no. They've got the jankified comb here. Oh, and it's got brood on it. Oh no, and I don't have rubber bands. Oh no. There's a lot of oh no's happening here. Oh no, that's not good. I don't have any rubber bands with me at all. That is not good. And all that honey. I mean, these girls were so ready to be moved, and this is a solid block of honey right here. Okay. Oh no. Well, at least you were ready for a new hive. That's the bonus. We're going to set this. We're going to set this down for a second. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm probably going to sacrifice it because I mean I don't know what else I can do with it. I don't have the rubber bands. And everything is just mixed together. Oh man. I hope the queen is not on that. I should have probably looked. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I know it's the worst thing ever. I got a guard trying to save her little world and it's not savable. I'm sorry, but I'm putting you in a nice big house. You're moving into a mansion. You're moving into a mansion. A mansion. Okay. This. Okay, so we have nice brood on there. Let's look for the queen. It's very important that we find the queen. I'll let you have a nice gander on this side, and then I will have a nice gander as well. Then we'll flip it over. Look at the other side. I don't see her there. Let's look at the other side. Do you see her there? I do not. Man, that is a mess. I'm going to have to go through my NUCs at the house. They just ran out of space. Okay, that's going inside. There you go. And the next one. Oh man, I am sorry. You guys are you're gonna get a NUC as well, just because you are really packed with honey and bees. Let's have a look there. Do you see a queen? Let's hope that we find the queen on one of these frames. Have a look. You look, I'll look. Hopefully we'll find her. I do not know if she is marked or not. It's a lot of brood. I do not see the queen. I'm going to have a look up here though, just to make sure. It's very tough because my right eyeball is hosed. I've been trying to get my right eye fixed, and I've spent a ton of money on it, and it's still not fixed. And it's the worst thing ever. And I've got sweat dripping down my glasses. Then my glasses, they don't work. I spent a ton of money on those, and they're the wrong prescription. I feel like I'm starting to worry about the quality of eye doctors. Okay. Do we see a queen there? I don't. How about this side? Oh, there she is. Oh, she's a green queen. There she is. She's green. Okay, well, she's going down in the box. Good for her. Good for her. Excellent. Okay, so now we know we have the queen. So things can zip right along here, and then we can get to the decision. What are we going to do with that last piece? Oh, that's a full frame of brood on both sides. So these girls were ready to they were ready to pop. Let's do some checkerboarding there so that they will draw some comb out fairly quickly. We'll just put one nice frame in there right in the middle. Oh man. Okay, this is where it gets crazy. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Wait till you see what I have in the bucket here. Holy moly. Okay. That is a beautiful frame of brood. I'm gonna put that down in here. And it's on the same on both sides. I mean, that's a nice frame of brood. So that is going to be available for the queen to lay fairly soon. Let's okay, now we have some, oh, that fell. I have a big old blob of honey and brood. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And okay, so the honey I think I'm going to eat. So let me find something to put it in. I didn't bring a Tupperware. I should have. Okay. I will show you what it is I'm dealing with here before I deal with it. Look at that. There's a big old glob of honey down there and some brood on it, which I'm going to sacrifice the brood, but I don't want to sacrifice the honey. So let's set this here. Let's try to get that honey out. Okay. Oh, honey's capped on both sides. Oh, I'm getting stung in the hand through the gloves. They weren't happy with that. Lots of bees. Yeah, right. I know, it's the worst thing ever. They're not happy with what I just did. I'm gonna have to change gloves because this is crazy. Okay. So, oh, they're on me already. So we've got this taken care of. Let's I really hate sacrificing all this brood, but I have nowhere I can put it. All right, here you go, girls. You're a big hive. This is a strong hive. Strong hive. Okay. Now, I have to shake these girls in there. Let's lay the smoke to them. Come on. Get down off there. All right, let's no, that's actually more honey. Son of a gun. Oh, and I don't want to gum up these gloves. All right, I'm just going to leave. I'm leaving that honey there. This honey is going on top of it, and then these girls are going to ride home with me. All right, you're getting a ride home unless you get off. Unless you get off and fly home, you are leaving the area. I have a lot of angry bees here. They're not happy with what just happened, but they will be happy with their new home. There you go. There you go, ladies. I know it's not the best thing in the world, but you're in a new yard, new opportunities. So there you go. All right, now let's look at the rooskies here. Hello, ladies. Last time I did not find your queen. Let's see if we can't find her today. Okay, you're up top. There is no queen excluder. I'm hoping that you're drawing comb out. It looks like you are. We'll just pop one out. There's not a lot of bees up here. It's unlikely the queen will be up here hanging out by herself. Let's just see if they're pulling any comb here. It looks like they're pulling comb, and they're pulling comb. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and remove this box really quick. There we go. And this hive, the reason that was on here without a queen excluder was because it looks like they're trying to get themselves honey bound down here. All right, let's just have a quick look. Is this a 9-framer? No, there's 10 frames in here. All right, nothing happening there. Just starting to draw that out. Just starting to draw this out, but they're filling it with honey. Let's look. Do I see a queen? Same thing on the other side. They're just drawing it out and filling it with honey. I don't see any eggs. Let's give them a squirt. Hello. I have to fill up my sugar bottle. Here we go. Do we see any brood? I do not. I do have a lot of smoke going in my face here. Let's move this over here. Okay, I see no brood. I see a lot of bee bread and a lot of honey. Same thing here. This is all honey. Okay, nothing exciting happening there. Let's look here. They're loud too. This hive is roaring. They may be without a queen. In which case we can remedy that while we're here. Oh, wait a second. No, I see brood and queen cells over here, supersedure cells. One there, one there, one there, and one there. So we are going to allow these girls to do what they need to do. Again, this is a first-year bee yard. I'm not trying to get any honey out of this yard. It looks like I may get a few boxes, but for the most part, we're going to let them do what it is that nature wants them to do so that they produce the strongest possible queen, one that they're happy with, which is definitely going to be one that I'm happy with. I mean, if they're happy, I'm happy. We're all going to be happy. And then next year, we'll probably have 5 boxes of honey stacked on top of this Russian hive here. Now, these aren't Russian bees. It just has a Russian flag on the top. I tried to paint a flag for every breed of bees that I could think of. I have a Saskatraz right there. Okay, we have no brood at all on this frame. A lot of honey, no eggs, but there's a place to lay. They're leaving the middle open for a queen, not the queen, because the queen doesn't appear to be in here. Okay. So I mean, theoretically I could dump a nuke in here and solve their problem right now. But where would the fun in that be? Okay, yeah, we have no No eggs at all in this hive, none, 0. These girls are just drawing it out and filling it with honey. Same thing here. There's no queen. No queen, no milk brood. The big zilch. Man, now that smoke is coming this way on me. Let's put it over here. I can't seem to get away from the smoke. It's like when you were young, you would sit by a bonfire or a campfire, no matter where you sat around the fire, the smoke would find you. That was the worst. But then again, even though it was the worst, those were the days. Those were the days. Now I've got the All in the Family theme song stuck in my head. I can just see Edith and Archie singing it away right now. Those were the days. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I'm making the right decision, because my decision is what I'm going to do is being made. They have 3 going on 4 queen cells being developed in this hive right now, but they have no queen. I don't really plan on getting any honey out of this hive this year. I don't need them to be super strong over the next month. But I have a NUC with a queen in the truck right now that I could actually come out here and replace 5 frames, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 very janky frames, and then a 5th that was full of honey. I could take those out of there and put 5 frames of bees with a queen right down in the middle here. But I am deciding to let them do what they're going to do and not move them. So you let me know in the comments if you think that's the right decision. If you think it's the wrong decision, I can come back. And I can come back in 3 weeks and find out whether or not there's a queen running around this box, you know. So I mean, we'll know one way or another whether or not I made the right decision. But I mean, I could come back tomorrow. You could tell me after you see the video, which will be next week, that I can come back, do some swappage, move a queen into this box, and everything will be right with the world. But until then, they're going to stay just as they are and let them develop their own queen. I do need to bring some queen excluders to this yard. I am running low on queen excluders. I mean, I've got some. I've got a lot of them, actually, but they're not for my use. Not yet, anyways. All right, let's jump up to the corner hive here and see what's going on in it. Did not find the queen in there last time either. I tell you what, I'm so worried that my pants are going to fall down because I don't have a belt on. I don't know why I left the house without a belt. Not something one should do when you're my age. You should always have a belt on. Now, that said, I do have an invention. I've thought up an invention to keep the pants up without suspenders or any of that other fun stuff, just by changing the way that pants are made. I have come up with that. I should probably patent it and make it and become rich, because it would hide plumbers' butt from everybody. And I mean, I know plumbers are proud of their butts. I get it. I understand. But, you know, not everybody wants to see it. I certainly don't want to have it. Oh, come on, girls. What are you doing here? There we go. All right. This was sealed shut. I don't have a queen on the lid, but we are having the same situation with the smoker. It is just really smoking me out. It's going wherever I am. So it's in front of me now. Will it come back and get me? I know when it's over here, it comes this way. When it's over here, it comes this way. I don't know where to put it. I got no place for it to live. All right, we'll just kind of set it there and hope for the best. All right, show me a queen, ladies. Show me a queen. That is a full frame of honey. There is no queen in there. That is not good. Okay, I've got some more drawn out frames. Well, not drawn out, but heavily waxed. I can replace them here. Oh, wait, hey, we have a queen, and she's green. There she is, right there. Okay, so the question is she laying? Is she doing the old lay-a-roni? And if she is, and just can't find any place to lay, I will throw a super on here with some drawn comb. Okay, she has some worker brood here, but it looks like she's laying a little bit of drone brood. Yeah, she's popcorning. I think she's about spent. I think that's the situation. So we have a queen in here, but she's just, I think she's green. She is a green queen. The green machine. Well, I tell you what, they better, this is all popcorn brood. All popcorn brood. They really better make a decision if she lays a good egg. If not, I mean, maybe they're keeping her around because it's a queen and that's all they got. Okay, there's some worker brood, and they should have enough to make a queen cell if they want. Let me see here. Okay, this whole frame has been laid, so I'm going to say that they're okay. Maybe she just doesn't have any place to lay. Let's give her some waxed frames, and maybe they can get a few more bees out of her. I think I have 3 waxed frames. I'll be right back. Okay, I have 2 heavily waxed frames. We will put those right in the middle. So all of that can go there. 1 there. And 1 here. And then maybe that will inspire them to do something. 1 there, and then we'll put one of these old ones back in here. And I am out of pre-waxed frames, but I have gathered a lot from here today, and I will take them home and put the wax on them and then bring them back. But the good news is that we do have a queen here. We have verified we are queen right. She is laying eggs, a lot of drone brood, but there's also a lot of eggs. So I am going to say that we are in great shape. All right, well, there you go, the end of another adventure. Now, I tell you what, this was an adventure. I did not plan on doing all of this today. I thought I was going to come here and install 1 hive, install 1 nuke, be off at the farm. And I thought most of this video was going to take place at the farm, and now it appears none of it's going to take place at the farm. It all took place here. I should have known. I should have understood what my bricks were telling me. I don't take notes. I don't take copious notes. I read my bricks, and the only problem is because I don't have the notes, I forgot what my bricks were telling me when I was at home, and I didn't plan for what I needed to do out here. So there you go, and there you have it. That is a good reason to plan and take notes. Now, I tell you what, my buddy, the albino beekeeper, and his woman, they take copious notes. I mean, they take the most detailed notes I've ever seen. They actually sent me a picture of their notes. I'll put it on the screen. They take some notes, and they know exactly what's going on in every single one of their hives at all times. So good for them. I'm kind of a generalist. I'm a generalist. I read the bricks. It's like tea leaves or reading the stones. What are they called? Weirding stones. Have you ever seen Storm of the Century? Give me what I want and I will go away. Anyways, that's neither here nor there, just an aside. Weirding stones is what they are. Well, I have weirding bricks, and my weirding bricks tell me exactly what I need to do in a hive. The only problem is I got to be here to see them. But with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this adventure. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I do try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun. So with all that said, be happy, and I will see you next week. Take care. Now I got to clean up the bee yard. This is the worst part about it. You never see this because I usually just show you a nice pretty shot at the end. Well, I'm going to show you the shot of me cleaning up the bee yard at the end. So we'll roll the credits. Well, there's no credits, but a thank you and a logo. But you're going to see me cleaning up the bee yard. It's no fun. It's no fun.